salimos del hotel, güey. Y luego, como íbamos caminando, salimos del hotel, pero... Hay una...
Everyone, welcome back. I forgot what I was gonna say. We all know that different traditions, different cultures, different ways of celebrating the new year. But for the sake of the Gregorian calendar, which is commonly used, that's what we're gonna base our new year on for this video. The first week of the new year. I hope all of you are doing well so far and not stumbling through the new year. I've had a bit of challenge today. However, we ended on a good note. So I think that's the most important part. How are you moving forward into 2025? I was thinking about this today and I uploaded just a quick little video regarding what we are letting go of, because I think in some ways, in a lot of ways, us as human beings, we tend to gravitate towards the things that actually don't serve us. Isn't that weird? In a way, it's like, are we a masochist in some ways? Oh, by the way, check out the chain today. I am representing. Who of you can figure out what that is? Anywho, I was talking about that, about, the things that we're letting go of, and, how we really need to cut it off and cut it out of our life. One of those things that I had mentioned is regarding pain and any type of form of suffering that we tend to hang on to, whether it's a heartbreak from an unfinished process of grieving, losing someone, whether if it's losing them in a relationship, losing a partnership in a business, losing a friendship, or, simply someone transitioning to the next life. And we tend to hang on to certain pains as if we need some type of closure. And rather than trying to find reasons and explanations to why these things are happening to us and why did it happen at that time, we have to move inward and ask ourselves why. We need to know why. Does that make sense? Rather than asking for why it happened to us, or why that person did this to us, or why that certain situation happened to us, ask ourselves, why do we need to know why? Why do we need that validation? Why do we need that explanation? Why can't we just accept what is, accept what we cannot control, and move on, and focus on the things that we do have control over? And for that, use it to our advantage to heal, to move forward, feeling lighter rather than carrying that heavy baggage with us. Anger anger, frustration, sadness, even depression. And it weighs heavy. And you can't even put your finger on it, but it just feels heavy. It weighs on you. And one thing I know about having those type of emotions, it can get so bad to the point that we will end up making ourselves sick, physically sick. It will cause some type of inflammation. You feel weak. So it's not just from an emotional point of view, by feeling unmotivated and just angry with the world and projecting that towards the world and everyone around us, but we're also harming ourselves and literally making ourselves sick. 2025, I want all of you to really tune into you, get back to you, and take care of you, and let go of the things that no longer serve you, including the pain, including the sufferings, the anger, the grudges. We are not hanging on to grudges. Forgive. Do not forget. Remember so you can learn from them. Will not be fooled the next time around. You will be wiser to recognize when those similar situations may approach you in the future, but now you're wiser and you know and you see right through it so you can avoid it. For that, we are much stronger. Let's be strong together. And I say that because I really do believe in, listen, and this is coming from a lone wolf. I am such a loner, and it's my comfort zone. It's what I'm used to. It's what I like. But I do believe that because the world is just getting a little crazy, it's important to, I'm not saying to have this big community right off the bat, even though that would be nice. I grew up going to community centers, but starting with having even just one person you can trust, that one friend you can trust. And that friend can be someone from work, someone that's in your family. It could be your cousin. It could be your sibling, if you have one. It could be your mom. It could be your dad. It could be anyone. But have a friend, someone that you can confide in. I know that in the Western world, they have made it a business. Okay? They have made it a business to take advantage of human emotion. The fact that we have to pay for a therapist, I'm not knocking it, but because I was raised from the islands, that's considered a luxury to have to pay someone to talk to pretend to be your friend for an hour or an hour and a half, who can supposedly help you with your emotions. And I'm not saying that their methods are not helpful, because I'm pretty sure it's science-based and they have studies to back it up of how they are helping people with addictions, people with depression. And I do know that it worked for some people, and for that I'm great, you know, because not everyone has the luxury of having a friend, especially in America. I will only speak of America because it's where I reside at the moment. Not everyone has the luxury to have someone. And you never know what someone is going through, and they have no one to talk to about it. Because at the end of the day, sometimes all we need is just to vent. All we need is just an ear to borrow. Just let me let it out. I just need a witness. I need someone to know what I'm feeling. That alone is possibly 50% of the solution. Just let me let it out. And let me let it out to someone who's willing to listen without judgment. And because of that, some people prefer therapy with a therapist or a psychiatrist because it's someone they don't know. So they feel safe in terms of not being judged because it's not someone that they know from back in the day, or from their family, or from someone at work. It's a complete stranger. And it's only between them, one-on-one. So that's why I don't knock it. I do understand the study behind it on how it can help some people, but not everyone. Again, not everyone has the luxury to just pay someone, because not all insurance will cover that, and it's expensive. So let's find a way where we can still have that healing option for those who are less fortunate, who can't afford that. Because what happens? So are you telling me if I can't afford therapy, and if I'm a person who's going through, this is just an example, I'm not saying that I am, but for example, if I'm a person who has a real problem, whether if it's an addiction, depression, and I really need help, but because I can't afford it, it could get worse. What kind of world do we live in if that's the case? So I really hope that whoever's watching this, let's build a community. And when I say community, maybe just working on having that one person, that one special person who can just listen to you when you're feeling down and help you get through the things that we are letting go of in 2025, to help us flourish and blossom to the rose that we are, and continue to flourish, because this is the time. This is the time. It's time for us to water ourselves so we can grow and bloom to our most divine. And I only pray that for all of us. Ashe, ashe. With that being said, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I would love to have you here again next time. In the meantime, see you later.